Hey, it's Bret Gregory, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. And we are going to do a awesome presentation for you. We're going to work on making your 2017 marketing calendar. So if you have never created a marketing calendar before, or maybe you've tried to create a marketing calendar but didn't have much success, you are in for a real treat today because I'm going to be giving you my very own marketing calendar that you're going to absolutely love. And it's a tool that I've been using for, gosh, years and years now, and it works so well. So if you're just joining us, please go to the questions box and tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. And then I would love to hear, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to planning? So what is your biggest challenge when it comes to planning your marketing activities, the things that are going to make you money? What is your biggest challenge? Hey, Jeff from Vancouver. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for coming back, buddy. So tell us, Jeff, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to planning out your marketing? Hey, Timothy from, is it Navarre, Florida? Hey, Charlotte from Tennessee. Hi, Jamie from Downers Grove, Illinois. Good to have you here. So please, Jeff, Timothy, Charlotte, Jamie, tell us what your #1 challenge is as it relates to planning your marketing activities. So, you know, the things that make you money, the things that get you customers, the thing that grow your email list. What's the biggest problems, the biggest challenges that you've had growing, growing your customers and getting your email list? Hey, Nick from BC, no challenges. Nick has no challenges, everybody. I want to work with you, Nick. That is awesome. Okay, so I've also been planning for years and years and years, like Nick, and I've discovered that I have had lots and lots of challenges creating my getting my marketing in order. And no matter what I do, there's always challenges. And so I've found that I've created a tool, my own secret weapon that is working extremely well. And it's the thing that has allowed us to grow our business to over $50,000 a month in consistent recurring income. And that's this tool that I've created using my marketing calendar. So let's see. Timothy wants to know how to grow his email list. So we can give you specific instructions on how to do that today. Timothy, that'll be really good stuff. And Jeff wants to know about scheduling time. Good. I've got some great stuff for you there around that, Jeff. And Jamie, I'm just getting started developing my practice, so it's all occurring like a challenge right now. I hear you, Jamie. And Charlotte, not knowing the line between marketing and spamming. Okay, well, let's focus on marketing and not spamming. And we'll talk about how you can use this same kind of tool that I use here. And I just want to, I'm going to do something off screen here. So you're going to see my picture of me when I hiked Mount Kilimanjaro. Part of what I do with my planning that makes all the difference here. Oh, and I just realized what I wanted to do. I wanted to give you guys my tool, /calendar. And okay, so if you go to this page here, I'm going to give you guys the link to download a calendar. So this is the tool here. So if you guys want my my link here, you can go to this URL. So it's attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and you can download my fill-in-the-blank calendar spreadsheet. So I wanted to give this to you before we get started, because you're going to want to do this to follow along with the exercises. And so let me just go and grab something here. Bear with me. I just need to grab something that I don't see. I thought I had, but I don't have it. So I apologize, everybody. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can get this done what I want to get done correctly. I think I can. I look like I'm almost close. But in the meantime, go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and that will allow you to download the calendar. Okay, great. I was able to do what I needed to do off screen. And now I can come back and we can get started. So attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and you can download my 2017 marketing calendar. You just click here, click the green link there, and then you can create your marketing calendar. Okay, so now we're going to go into the marketing calendar. So what's important about the marketing calendar that I've discovered is, oops, oh, you're seeing the wrong screen here. All right, give me a second. I have to rotate this around so we can get you to the right screen. And last one, hang on, everybody. It is Keynote is, there we go. That's what you wanted to see. So if you can see the words create your marketing calendar, right? Create your marketing calendar in the chat box, please. So what we're going to do is you're going to use your this visual calendar to optimize your marketing. I'm always inspired and impressed. I was over at my friend Christian Michelson's house just the other day to celebrate his birthday with him, and you know, he's got a multi-7-figure business, and the first thing that I saw when I was in his office was a enormous calendar that for the year 2017. So he's already planned out his 2017. The whole year is already planned out in big, broad strokes. Okay, and so and I do the same thing. So I already know all the campaigns that I'm going to do in 2017. I already know what they are. I already know who I'm going to promote in 2017. I already know who's going to promote me in 2017. Now, I don't know 100% of the places that I'm going to speak at in 2017, because there are events next year that I know I'm going to speak at that haven't even been scheduled yet. So planning out the calendar doesn't mean you have everything 100% already figured out, but in broad strokes and broad terms, I already know what I'm going to do in 2017. I'm going to have our big live event with 200 people in February. I know between now and then I'm going to speak on 10 stages. I know after February, I know I'm going to take 14 weeks of vacation throughout the entire year. I already know, you know, we're going to take a month off and go to Bali next year. You know, I already have those big kind of events planned out. You know, I already know there's big shows that I'm going to speak at, sponsor at next year, and big stages that I'm going to talk at. So I've already got those blocked out in my calendar. And what I've found is that helping your creating your marketing calendar template allows you, at least it has allowed me, to double our sales. And I'm going to make a slight little change here because this says 2016 because I did this training last year. And double your sales in double your email growth by planning your marketing activities. Double your sales by organizing your calendar into one place. Really helps you dramatically save time. Coordinate the communications that you're going to have, and meaning the communications that you're going to have with the public, with your email list. You know, I already know my blog posts go out on Mondays. My emails go out on Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. I already know, you know, I've already got several strategic joint ventures already lined up. I've already got my big picture strategy is completely outlined. And because we have it on the calendar and I can share it with my team, I can make my team responsible for executing certain portions of the plan. So that way I know it will get done. That way I don't have to be the roadblock. I don't have to be the bottleneck in any part of our execution for our plan, because I can give different aspects to our team. So go to, if you haven't already, you can go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and you can click to download the calendar. I'll just show it to you again so you guys see what it's like. So it's this page here. Go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar. And in fact, I'm going to take a little screenshot of this here because I'm going to use it So you go to trackcustomersnow.com/calendar, and you can download the calendar. All right. And what the calendar does is it's an Excel spreadsheet. And if you don't, by the way, not everybody has Microsoft Excel, but any Excel spreadsheet can be opened with Google Docs. So you don't have to go buy Excel to open it, because Google Docs is free. You can open it with Google Docs for free if you don't have Microsoft Excel. And there are other free programs out there that you can use to open up Excel if you don't want to go buy Excel. But for everybody else who has Excel, this is what it'll look like. And so what you have in here is the ability, our outline for our daily and weekly Facebook page posts. Now, I have 3 large Facebook pages. Okay, my smallest Facebook page has 260,000 likes. My largest Facebook page has 1.3 million likes. So I actually lay out what are the social media posting that we're going to do, and you're looking at it right here. So this is actually my social media posting calendar from my own Facebook page. And so this is a sample for you, and you can go in and you can fill in whatever you want. But this is like my average week. Every week we're going to be doing these particular posts on our Facebook pages. Okay, so we just put them on, and it really helps with the planning. I can take this information and I can give it to our virtual assistant, who then executes this, and I don't have to worry about it. It just gets done. I don't need to do anything else. Same thing with the monthly planning. So now we can we were zoomed in a little bit on the week, but now we can kind of zoom out a little bit and take a look at, okay, what are we going to do for a specific month? So I know if I'm promoting my friend Sage Levine in January, I'm going to go to my buddy Nick Unsworth's event in San Diego. I'm going to have my own boot camp. I'm going to speak at Traffic and Conversion Summit. And then I know every Tuesday I have this live class that you and I are on right now. And I've got my Monday blog posts. Okay, so this is the month in the monthly planning snapshot. Again, I can give this to my virtual assistant and make sure it all gets executed. Okay, the only thing I have to worry about is showing up to speak somewhere. And that's pretty cool. So, like I'm showing up here to speak. I'm showing up at my Nick Unsworth event to speak. I'm going to be at Traffic and Conversion to speak. I just got to show up and speak. And I can let the team execute the details of the actual planning, which works great. I'm a big fan of that. And the next thing is you've got the visual representation of your year. Now I realize it says 2016, but what you're gonna download is the 2017 calendar. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, so everybody, if you have your calendar downloaded, please go and write the word download. If you have your calendar downloaded, let me know that you got it. Write the word download, or you can say downloaded. You could just say got it. But if you haven't done so already, I want to make sure that you get the calendar in your hot little hands, okay? Jeff has downloaded it, all right? Jamie's downloaded it, excellent. So get the calendar, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an exercise together, okay? So here's what we're gonna do, and this is super important, okay? Maria's got it downloaded, excellent. This is super important. The first thing you do is you're gonna block out your year. Okay, so now I know a lot of people, when they start off with their calendar downloading, they wanna go right to the day. They wanna time block their day. And I tell people that's actually the last thing you do. You go the opposite direction. The first thing you do is you block out your year. Now, when you block out your year, there's an order to what you block out first, okay? The very, very, very first thing you block out, always, 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 is your vacations. So right now in 2017, hopefully your calendars, you got some room in your calendar. We're talking of, the whole year of 2017. I want you to go out and first block out your calendar. Maybe you want to take that, maybe you want to take a ski trip. Maybe you want to take a trip to a tropical paradise. Maybe that European vacation that you've always wanted to. Maybe that Alaska cruise like we did last year. We go to the Olympics. Every time there's Olympics, we alternate between summer and the Winter Olympics. So we block those things out. Next year, we're blocking off 2.5 weeks in June. We're going to go to Bali, and we're going to go travel across Asia, Southeast Asia, July and August. So we've got that blocked out already. I know that I'm going to be skiing in January and February, so we got those blocked out. We got December and November blocked out. So just go way in advance and block those things out. And one of the best things, that my all-time favorite thing to do with a vacation, is put on your calendar a vacation that you really, really, really want to have for yourself. Something that you just like, that one thing that you are just salivating over, the thing that really gets you motivated, whatever that thing is for you. Maybe it's that 3 weeks in Italy, or maybe it's whatever that big thing is for you. Put it in your calendar. And then what you can do is work backwards and say, okay, if I'm going to, let's say, for example, take my family to Italy, or we're going to go to a Caribbean cruise, or whatever it is that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to go, like I did, to hike Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. And you say, all right, I need to save up X number of dollars for this trip, whatever that number is. Maybe it's $5,000 for you to go and do this. And you say, all right, between now and then, if I need to save up $5,000, let's say it's 12 months from now, I only need to put away $400 a month to save up for this vacation. That's less than $100 a week. I only need to save about $80 a week to afford that vacation. And again, this is one of my favorite things because it's so exciting, because it's so doable. When you give yourself 12 months to save up for your dream vacation, it's so easy. Maybe it's $70 a week. Maybe it's $100 a week. For if you're going to go big, it might be $100 a week. And you can save up for this amazing, amazing vacation that you should have and deserve. And that is just going to make your year so much more worthwhile. That is going to make your business and all this hard work that you're doing so much more worthwhile. Number two, then you want to block out your personal development growth. Maybe you want to go to a relationship course with your spouse or significant other. Maybe you want to go to a Tony Robbins event. Maybe you want to go to my buddy Nick Unsworth's Life on Fire event. Maybe you want to learn how to play a musical instrument. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to go rock climbing. It doesn't matter what it is. Some personal development, block that out. And it's not specifically a vacation. Now, sometimes personal development things can also be fun, but I don't consider, while I love Tony Robbins type events, I don't consider that a vacation. I consider that personal development and growth. I get a ton of energy out of them, but it's not the same as the travel types of vacations. Those are different categories. The next is business development events. Okay, so number three, what that means is it's an event that you're going to go to try and get customers. Okay, so if I go sponsor traffic and conversion in San Diego, I'm going to get a $15,000 booth there. That's an event that I'm going to go to try and find new leads and get new customers. If I go and sponsor Lisa Sasovich's event in Las Vegas and I speak on her stage, that's an event that I'm going to for business development. Okay, so the next is put your business developments down as best you can. And I find, plenty of times you might have a little trouble finding all of the events for 2017 this far out, but I'm sure you can find some. And so it's important for you to get it on your calendar, because if they're not on your calendar and the event comes up and you want to do it, you might not be able to. So it's important to get the business development events in your calendar, because that's the thing that's going to feed your business. That's the thing that's going to help you get the customers and grow your business. The next one, so number three is other people's events that you're going to go to, either sponsor or you go to network and try and get business. Number four is your own business event. Okay, so for me, in February, I have a live event called Attract Customers Now Live. We're going to have 200 people there. That's my business event. I put that event on. And every year we'll do like 4 small weekend type events or 1-day events in San Diego, those are my events that I put on. Those are my business events. So you figure out, even if it's just one business event that you're going to put on next year, even if it's your first one, or if you want to put on a small one, put it in the calendar. Just mark it out. Say, okay, in September of 2017, I'm going to have a 1-day mastermind, or I'm going to have a 1-day event. Okay, so put that in your calendar next. Number 5, joint ventures. So joint ventures are when you promote someone else or they promote you. So if you've got a list of customers that I think would be good for my programs, we would do a joint venture together. You would promote a webinar. I would sell my stuff. We split the commissions. So joint ventures are a really important part of our business. You know, we usually do on average about 1 a month. So I want to get those mapped out in my calendar. So if I only have 12, I want to pick wisely. I want to pick my partners wisely. And if I can map it out in my calendar, that's going to allow me to be a really, really good joint venture partner for people. The better joint venture partner that I am, the more people will want to partner with me, and the more I can pick and choose the best partners. The next one is a launch. Now, a launch is an advanced concept, and I know a lot of people talk about launching their product or launching their program. And if you know who Jeff Walker is, and if you've ever went through the Jeff Walker product launch formula, keep in mind a lot of people talk about launches, but launches are complex and big, and they take a lot of energy and a lot of time. And if it's your first one doing it, I recommend making a very small, what's called an internal launch. So it's like a mini launch, okay? So I'm just pointing that out because a lot of people get really excited about doing the launch. They pour in a huge amount of energy and money and time into it, and they don't make any money. And so you always want to start small on a launch. And so it's called a seed launch. It's a mini internal launch to people who already know you, who are interested in your stuff, and you do a mini launch to your list. You work out all the bugs and all the kinks in the launches. But and you really shouldn't have more than 1 a year, because launches are a ton of energy. You should do 1 a year. And then the last one is recurring marketing activities. So you're on a call with me right now. That is a recurring marketing activity. I do this call every single week. Every single week, I've got a Tuesday live webinar. This is a recurring marketing activity. So that's where you would put in your last bits. Let me just take a little break here and see. In fact, ain't that the truth? Yep. Timothy, grandson time is vacation time. Absolutely. You guys got it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Step 1. You guys are going to block out your year. So if you have your calendar downloaded, you're going to block out your year. Now, I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet in a second. I'm going to show you how you can do this on the spreadsheet. And just remember, you're going to go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, download the calendar. All right. And then we're going to do this exercise. We're going to do this together right now. So hopefully everybody has your calendar downloaded. So step 1, download your marketing calendar. Step 2, print out the year version of a blank calendar. I'm going to show you how to do that in 1 second. And what I like to do is I don't start with the spreadsheet on the computer. I like a blank piece of paper, and I like to use different colored pens and highlighters and pencils. Okay, and I'm going to show you how effective and powerful this is in just a second. What you're first going to do is you're going to block out your vacations. You're going to block out your vacations, your personal development, your events, your joint ventures, your recurring marketing, etc. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, then you go to the month tab and you start to fill in the month activities. Then step 3, you fill out your sample week. Okay, then you can get more granular. Okay, so this is what your calendar is going to look like when you print this out. Okay, so let me just show you how to get to this stage right here. All right, so if you've gone to trackcustomersnow.com/calendar, you click download your calendar. All right, here you go. You downloaded it. There it is. It's in Excel. Pops right open. Okay, and what you're going to see is you're going to see these tabs on the bottom. So you see sample week, sample month. Here's your summary there. Don't worry about the summary. And let's go to 2017. All right, so here's the 2017. So what I'm going to do, and by the way, it has this cool little feature. You can click here, go to 2018, 2019. Okay, but of course we're in 2017. All right, so here's 2017. And what I'm going to do is right now you can see it's pre-populated where I've filled in some blanks there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go and blank everything out. All right, so I can go right here to these themes colors and just click no fill. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole thing. All right, I'm going to set the print area here. So you go File, and you see it says Print Area, Set Print Area. Ta-da, done. And then you go to Print. Okay, so File, Print. All right, or Command P if you're on a Mac. All right, then I pick my printer and I hit Print. Okay, and so what I want to do is I want to get to this stage right here. Where'd my Keynote file go? Oops. All right, so I want to get to this stage here, so I can actually just draw this out, which is exactly what I want to focus on. I want to just draw this, and I found this is so much faster. It is so much easier. It makes it just so much easier to plan everything when you actually draw it out. So I like to draw it out first. So I know that in June, so you can see here this vacation color. I know that in June we're going to take off about 2 weeks to go to Bali. I know and by the way, if you can see here, I take over 14 weeks of vacation a year. So you'll notice a pattern and a theme. The last week of each month, I call it a flex week. I got that from my coach, Shanda Sumter. And what the flex week is it's a week where you do one of two things. You either take a vacation or you, I don't do any coaching calls those weeks. So on those weeks, if I want to do more creative type work, if I want to do more work on the business, if I want to just have a really light week, or if I want to take a vacation, that's when I block out the last week of each month. And I never have to worry about, oh, do I have to reschedule a bunch of calls? Because I don't have any calls. I have these calls that we're on right now, but guess what? I can do these calls from anywhere in the world. And I do. I'll do these calls from Brazil when I went to the Olympics. I do these calls from New Zealand when I take my family there. I do these calls from Africa. I could do these calls anywhere in the world. And so block out the vacation time first. And then what I do here is the orange ones are the events. So the orange those are my events. Okay, so on February 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have our big live event in San Diego. We're going to have 200 people there. So I've got that blocked out in the calendar. I know in March 23rd and 24th, we're going to have a 2-day mastermind, June 8th and 9th, 2-day mastermind, September 7th and 8th, 2-day mastermind, and so on in December. I know in these yellow highlighted, these are when I've already booked to speak on stages at these other events. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 1, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've already got 18 speaking spots blocked off on my calendar for next year. All right, pretty cool, huh? And we get a lot of customers when we go and speak at those live events. I really have the majority of my year blocked out, okay? So this is so much easier. I do this first, and then once I get a good sense of what I want, then I go back to the calendar, and then I can go back and say, okay, I know here in February, I'm going to block out, or rather it's, I'm going to block out the last week of each month, and I'm going to put it in our vacation time. So I think the vacation color is similar to that. So I would just go through here and I would just block those out. But the nice thing is, because I've already, I know in advance which ones, what weeks I'm going to do, it makes it really easy to do that. I know in June I'm going to take 2 weeks here, you just go in and you fill in the calendar. Okay, so do it by hand first. It makes it so much easier to do this, and I know then in February 8th, 9th, and 10th, we're going to have our big live event. So I'm going to do that in I'm going to do that in a different color and so on. All right, so that's how you do it. And you can, by the way, if you don't like my colors, just pick your own. Say, oh, I don't like this green, I want that to be blue, then make it blue, and there you go. All right. So that's basically how it works. That's how you do it. So go and print out your tab here. Okay, and Charlotte, you said you don't see that. Yeah, just click the tab that says 2017 down at the bottom. You see these different tabs. You got sample week, sample month, and then you got 2017. So start with 2017. All right, so start there, and then remember the order. Okay, so here, this is a good way to start. And now here's your order. So everybody do this right now. Step one, go take out the pen and that printout that you just did and block out the vacations right now. Do that first. Step two, block out your personal development growth that you're going to do. And don't worry if you don't know exactly when it's going to be, but just say, again, if you want to do a relationship course, you want to take piano lessons, you want to take rock climbing lessons, whatever you want to do, and maybe you don't know the exact time, at least block out something in your calendar and then make a note to do a search and see if you can find an event that you want to go to for personal development. All right. The next thing is the business development events. Same thing. You're probably not going to know all of the business developments that you want to sponsor and attend in 2017 yet, but you will. And the ones that you know now, go ahead and block them out to the best of your abilities. And then spend a little bit of time. I mean, between now and the end of the year, you got, another month, and spend a little time looking back on the events of 2016 and look at the ones you missed that you said, gosh, you know what? I should have gone to that one. And then find that same event for 2017 and put it on your calendar. Most people who do big types of events that you want to attend do them annually. And so if you missed one last year, go and find it for 2017 and put it on your calendar. Then pick a time when you're going to do your own business event. Could be event singular, it could be event plural. And don't worry, don't put some huge amount of pressure on yourself. But if you want to do a live in-person event, or maybe you just want to do a big webinar, it doesn't matter. That could be it could be an in-person event, it could be a virtual event. Block it out in your calendar so you know how you can plan so that you can fill that event. If there's somebody that you want to do a joint venture with, block out in your calendar when you want to do your joint ventures. Now, I don't have to know, like, for example, I can say, all right, I know I can't do any joint ventures in January because I got my big event in February. I'm going to be really busy filling that big event. But, and then I'm going to take my vacation. But in March, I can totally promote somebody. So I'm going to block out my calendar for, let's say, Tuesday the 7th, or let's say Monday, March 13th. And then I'm going to do, every Monday, one Monday a month for the next 3 or 4 months, where I'm going to do a joint venture where I can promote somebody and they can promote me back. And so that's an easy way to map it out in your calendar. Even if you don't know who that person is, you still got it blocked out. You got the time blocked out in your calendar. Then, of course, if you're going to do a launch, it's super important to plan a launch out. I think at least 6 months in advance, and a year's better. So like when you're going to get all the things that need to go into a launch. There's just a ton of stuff. So you want to have it blocked out way in advance before, you never want to just try and do a launch last minute. That never works. And then, of course, block out your recurring marketing activities last. That's the last thing that you put in place. So there you go. That is your year. And now, when you get into the actual spreadsheet, the spreadsheet does some pretty cool stuff. So when, now you've gone in and you've blocked out your year, and I can say, I know I have a speaking gig on January 7th. So I'll put that there. And then I've got an event that I'm going to attend on January 8th. So now I can go to the January tab and I could say, okay, I know that I'm going to be speaking here. I'm going to block this out. I'm going to be speaking at my friend Matt Brawning event in Southern California, in SoCal. And then I'm going to my friend Marisa Murgatroyd event, and I'm going there on the 8th. So, you know, I've got that weekend blocked out. So I know what I'm going to be doing that particular weekend. And I can go and block it out in my particular activity. So I got this little drop down. I'm going to select events. I'm going to select the date is the 7th. So I'm going to call it, this will be Sunday. It'll be, what is it? 01/07/2017. All right, so I got that blocked out. There's January 17th, and it'll be Matt Brawning SoCal event. All right, and then I'm the owner of that marketing activity. All right, and then and this color is a little bit different than what I wanted, so I'm just going to change the color to make sure that they match. It's just kind of a slight orange color. Let's see if I can just grab this actual color there. So that's the color that I want to use, and there we go. There, now they match. And since I just used that color recently, I can grab it there. So there we go. So I've got my events for January. I'll pick one more event. Here we go. January the 7th. That'll be, this one will be the 8th, 01/2017. So there I got, oh, whoops, I messed that one up. I think I need to do it differently. January 08/2017. There we go, that works. And then this will be Marisa Murgatroyd. I got Troid, and I'm the owner of that event. So there you go. So now I've got this on my calendar. I've got it filled out. And now when I go to the summary, you can see what's happening here. It's pre-populating right here. So the cool thing about this summary report is when I get this filled out, I can go and look at my year in a glance on one page. So if I wanted to say, after I fill this out, I can go back in here and I can say, I just want to see all my events for 2017. I can click this filter and I can just select events and I can look at only events. Let's say, you know, as we fill out our recurring marketing activities, you know, let's say I know every single Tuesday I'm going to be doing my weekly webinar that we are on right now. So I would put that under content here. I think I should have had another plan, or excuse me, another label there. But I put that under content, and so I know I'm going to be doing that every Tuesday. So the first one is going to be Tuesday, January 3rd. So I'm going to say 01/03/2017, and I'm going to do weekly 6-figure marketing webinar jam. All right, and then my team can execute that. All right, so I can put that down as the team's responsibility. And so again, that just pre-populates right there in my content. So if I wanted to filter out and say, hey, just show me my webinar jams that I'm going to be doing for the year, I can go and click and filter it and look at just those webinar jams for the year. So it's a pretty cool spreadsheet. So what I found is that this is incredibly empowering when you can go and look at your year in advance, and I can see the whole year. I can change it anytime I want. I can modify it to whatever extent. I can, you know, it's very empowering that I know, hey, I'm not going to be working at these times in July. So if I'm talking to a prospective, you know, joint venture partner, I can, and they want to do a promotion on July 28th, I can look and nope, can't do that because I'm going to be in Bali, but I can do the 21st. Okay, let's put it on the 21st. Great. It works really, really well. It's very empowering. So let's go and take a look at your questions here. And oh, Maria, yes, your event in person is 7th and 8th of February. Actually, it's 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's 3 days, Maria. And you look forward to being there. I look forward to seeing you too. Oh, you know what? You got it right, actually. No, no, no. I think you mixed up January and February there, Maria. Our live event is February 8th, 9th, and 10th. Marisa Murgatroyd's event is on the January 8th. I think that's what you're referring to. So we will be seeing you there in February. Good, fantastic, so cool. Oh yeah, and yes, Maria, you do have permission to use this. I'm giving this to you now. I do want to be clear. This is copywritten, so you have permission to use it. You don't have permission to sell it or, teach it, train it. But you absolutely, absolutely have permission to use it. That's why I made it for you, Maria. And Charlotte, I got this, but it's filled out with yours. Right, Charlotte. So change it. Fill it out with yours. And so let's see, what else? Kirsten, the year tab says 2017. There you go. Okay, what are the questions you guys have about your calendar and your filling out your marketing calendar? Otherwise, happy to answer your questions now. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up and wish you the happy rest of your November after Thanksgiving time. And so please, yeah, go ahead and do this, everybody. This is really big. It's really important. So take your time. But again, don't skip the step of printing this out. I can't tell you how much easier it is. It's so much easier to just print this thing out. Go grab a highlighter, grab a couple colored pencils, print this thing out, block out your year, and then go in and do it on the computer. It's just way easier. It's just so much more intuitive and empowering when you do it that way. And then take a screenshot of this right now. So this is the order. So vacations first, personal development growth second, business development events third. That means other people's business development events. And then number 4, your business development events. Number 5, joint ventures. Number 6, launches. And number 7, recurring marketing activities. So start with your year. Go ahead and do that now. And then Maria, oh, thank you. This is the coolest thing ever. I appreciate that. Jeff, thanks, Brett. This is great help. Looking forward to planning my vacation time. Yeah, Jeff, now we're talking. And I would love to hear from you guys about where you're going to be going on your miraculous vacation. So I'm going to pop this into the webinar jam right now. So I got it in the chat. So there's your order. So be sure to do this, and hopefully you like this new time. I'm digging this new time. So we moved our weekly calls to 4 p.m. Pacific so we could accommodate some of our friends overseas, and it seems to be working out well for most of the folks. So thank you, everybody. Much love. Appreciate everybody here, and we will see you next week. And we're going to be at the same time, same place, and we're going to have more amazing marketing content. So thank you, everybody. Much love. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and plan your year. I want to hear about it on our next call, how you did planning your year. All right, that is a wrap. Oh, well, you know what? There were a few people who did ask last time for one-on-one calls with me. If anybody's interested in a one-on-one call, I can give out our appointment link. Not doing the free one-on-one calls anymore. The one-on-one calls that we're doing are it's a $197 one time only, because I don't do one-on-one coaching. But if you want that, put in the chat one-on-ones, and I will go and put that schedule you in there right now. And Kenneth, if you missed the download link to the spreadsheet, go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar. Right there, attractcustomersnow.com/calendar. Thank you, everybody. Much love. Namaste.